Hey, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do something very easy, very simple. Even you can do it. This is my 2017 Diamondback Overdrive Pro 29er. So that means it's got 29-inch wheels. I have put many miles on this thing, and it is time to change the brakes. So this has Shimano's brake system on there. Actually, it's been working great ever since I picked it up. I guess, what, 5 years ago now. And yeah, like I said, time to change the brakes. So I went out and picked up a brake system kit for this particular type. Now, make sure you get the right ones. You can go to the bike shop, they'll match it up, or you can just put your serial number of your bike into Google, and then look it up and figure out exactly which ones you need. Now, I've already done the back, and the back were pretty bad, but it wasn't that bad. The front's even better. But I'm gonna go ahead and change them because I have them. And I'm going to show you how to do it without any really expensive tools. I did watch a couple videos about it, and they all had really expensive tools. You don't really need it. I need basically a screwdriver, or in this case, I'm going to use a gasket remover, and also needle nose pliers. That's it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the tire off and actually pull out the old ones. Now, in this particular one, it is a Allen wrench to actually unscrew this. Pulls out your axle. There you go. And then your wheel should just fall right out. All right, so I'll just flip my handlebars around just so you can actually see it. And this is where the brakes are. Now, it just has a cotter pin, and you can pull that out, and then everything should drop out the bottom. But before you do that, you need to spread out the pads a little bit. Now, you need to make it an even pressure on both sides. That's why you do it before you take the pads out. Now, there are special tools that can do this, but I'm just going to use a gasket remover tool because it's flat. You can use a flathead screwdriver as well. So basically just go in there, push it on one side, push it on the other. There you go. So everything is already reset and ready for the pads. Now, this is an entire hydraulic system. So all that's doing is pushing this fluid all the way up to the top. All right, straighten out your cotter pin, pull out your pin. Now, my kit that I picked up comes with a new cotter pin, new pads, and new retainer. Let's get these guys out. So basically push them out of the bottom. There you go. So here's your pads. There's your spring retainer clip in the middle. And basically that just keeps it apart. Now, these are not too bad. I could probably get away with a little bit longer, but go ahead and replace them anyway. All right, a couple quick tips. Try not to put your fingers on the pads themselves. Don't put them on your brake disc. Try to keep them as clean as possible. Also, make sure your hands are washed. Gloves will actually be better. I am all out of gloves. So you're going to put your retaining clip on and then put your other side on. All right. Now, if you ever have questions on because you don't want to put certain pads on certain brakes because the rotor might actually call for something else. See if you can see this. See, if you look on the side of your disc, we're just say, okay, resin pad only. All right, that's for mine. Double check yours to make sure. And if you look on there, resin. There you go. So I got the right stuff. So you're going to take your pads with the spring in there and go ahead and feed it up from the bottom. There you go. Just make sure everything is still lined up. Then you're going to take a cotter pin . All right, now this particular kit that I picked up does have 3 different size cotter pins. Go ahead and pick the one that matched what you took out, which in this case was the longest one. Now you're going to stick it in, and then you're going to move it around until you can line up all the holes. There's 1, there's 2, 3. Come on. There you go. Bam. All right, once you get everything in there, just take your needle on those pliers, pull up your one end, and I would love to tell you that you are pretty much done with your installation. There we go. All right, let's put a wheel back on. All right, quick test. Oh man, if I only had a camera crew. Spin it, and then you're gonna have to pump the brake a little bit because you spread it all out. There we go. Make sure nothing's binding. Brake's great. I am ready for the trails. All right, once you got everything in there, a couple things you really want to check out is make sure that your pads and your rotor or your disc is actually in line. Now the disc should be right in the middle of the pads. You can see way down in there. You can see that it's right in the middle. We're good to go. All right, so that was really quick, really simple. It took me less than 10 minutes of video time, and that's me talking. So it should take you even less time than that. Don't be afraid of it. You're not going to hurt it. If you accidentally if you accidentally apply the brake without the pads in there, just spread them out again. It's totally fine. It is a sealed system, so that you're just pushing fluid back up into your reservoir up here on top. But there you go. Don't be afraid of it. Works like a champ. I'm ready to get back on the trails, and hopefully you are too. Maybe I'll see you out there. Later.